We have two very special guests today. First, Roland Emmerich, the director of the brand new movie, The Dance.
Woo! I love you! Go, row, row!
Next, we have Dr. Janet Saviard, a climatologist, to help us discuss the scientific concepts in this movie.
You suck!
So, Roland, your new movie that just came out, would you like to tell us about it?
Yes, but by the way, I love your hair. Anyways, in the movie, Jack Hall, a climatologist, is trying to bring up the issues involving melting ice sheets in the north. He wants the United States to flee south because climate temperatures are decreasing drastically.
If ice sheets are melting, then why are the temperatures decreasing? I thought global warming was the warming of the earth, not the cooling.
The movie was in fact scientifically correct when it was talking about the temperatures decreasing. When the ice melts in the Arctic, the Earth's temperatures will decrease until enough water is frozen to balance out the salt levels again. This could and would in fact result in a modern ice age.
The main weather changes start with 3 massive tornadoes in California.
Now, tornadoes, I know, don't usually form in California, do they?
No, they don't.
Well, why is that?
Well, tornadoes are caused by the collision of warm and cool air, as everyone knows. That is why Tornado Alley is usually home of the most tornadoes that are caused by the collision of the Gulf of Mexico winds and northern Canadian winds. So normally in California, this wind collision doesn't happen.
Oh. So, in your movie, it shows on a map how over 7 days the northern part of Earth is freezing, but not the south. How does that happen?
This happens because there was more fresh water in the ocean, and it made the North Atlantic current change. It changes it because fresh water is less dense than salt water, so it rises to the surface and becomes warm, where cold salt water is deeper.
At what temperature does Earth's climate have to drop to have an ice age, and what would actually cause this?
Well, we did the research, and for Earth to go into another ice age, the average temperature would have to decrease at least 6 degrees, making it around 10.5 or 50.9 degrees Fahrenheit. A La Nina is an amount of time where ocean water is colder than normal. This could cause a drop in temperature if it was over a large enough area and for a long enough period of time.
The movie shows a very abrupt climate change. This is caused by man-made global warming. In the movie, the Larsen B ice shelf breaks off, which actually did happen in real life after it was written into the movie. This causes the North Atlantic Ocean current to come to a very abrupt stop. Without this current moving the warm water from the equator to the Arctic, the water temperature there drops way below freezing, causing the severe weather in the movie.
Oh, can our climate actually change that drastically? And this is a short amount of time, right?
Yes, it could change from about 6 to 10 days.
So, is that physically possible with our atmosphere?
Ocean currents move huge amounts of heat throughout the oceans. Winds push on the surface of the water, which in turn drives ocean current patterns. Interactions between the oceans and the atmosphere can produce climate changes such as El Niño and La Niña. This occurs every 2 to 6 years. Deep ocean circulation of water from the poles to the equator and vice versa helps to equal out the temperature of the ocean. Without this movement, the poles would be extremely cold and the equator extremely warm. The oceans also monitor the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. If the ocean's currents were to change, there could be an effect on the movement of carbon dioxide into and out of the atmosphere as well.
So there's a scene in the movie, for those of you who haven't seen it, where the so-called super cooled air comes out of the atmosphere and freezes people in only a few seconds. Is that something we really need to be worried about if this actually happened? Could cyclone rotation pull super cooled air from the upper atmosphere?
Well, in the movie, air is pulled to Earth so fast it doesn't have time to warm up. I'm not sure if this is 100% correct because I don't know if the troposphere is actually that cold.
In the movie, the upper troposphere is portrayed as much colder than it is in reality. The temperature of the troposphere is determined by the pressure decreasing as the height increases.
The movie is scientifically correct as far as the theories explained in the movie. The exaggerated parts where the changes happen in such a short amount of time, although are not scientifically correct. We basically took the normal weather patterns we are familiar with, like tornadoes, storm surges, cyclones, hailstorms, blizzards, and made them bigger and more of a problem than we would be used to.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you guys for coming on the show. And I hope everyone here will be able to see the movie because it's a great movie. In fact, everyone that's in the audience today is going to get an exclusive DVD copy to take home with them and a free iPad.